Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Finger guns. Hi, happy Friday. Ready for all of your deep lore hot takes. It's 9 a.m. Deep lore hot takes. Hi Hazel and chat. Afternoon Hazel, good morning. 2 a.m. on Saturday here in Australia. Happy weekend. I hope it's going well so far. Let me see if I can get some sound running. I've gone back in time. I've turned back time. I've got my old earbuds because I lost one of my new ones. And as per schedule, it should turn up in approximately 2 years. But I am glad I kept these after I found the missing one. After it was lost for like a year or so. It's good. It seems a little loud, isn't it? These definitely don't sound as nice as my other ones, but the main thing is just that I can hear my stream alerts. Such as the Wicked Fate, thank you very much for the 35-month resub, appreciated, and an anonymous gift sub as well, thank you so much. Good morning, Moo, how you doing? You can sleep in the bed today if you want. I added a bed to my office. I want to put a webcam on it. I just haven't set it up yet. I need to root around in my big bin of stuff to see if I can find a webcam in there. I'm sure there must be one. Hi, sweetie, and see if I can get it set up so I could maybe show dog cam sometimes. Last night was the first night I had it set up. I unboxed it. He was like right here over my shoulder watching me unbox it. I set it up. I lay it out. And he immediately like goes and curls up on it and sniffs it and lays down. It's like, yep, this is a good bed. And then we start raid night. And I start raiding. And he comes in to come lay down in the bed and he's all excited. But Kat, Miss Kira, had like swooped in and sniped it first. And she had made herself at home on the corner of it. And she was not moving for love or money. She would like, Moose was like, hey, this is my bed. And she was like, nope, meow. Snooze, you lose, sucker. And I refused to intervene because she did get there first. So he slept on the floor behind my chair again. And Kat had the bed. But she's not here right now, but if you want to take it, it's open. It's available. Glasses make it look like she was a librarian in a previous life. Nice mug. I think that was the mug I had on previously. It hasn't quite updated to this high fashion confection just yet. Hi, Mr. Moose and Miss Kira. Is Hazel Team Liquid or Team Echo? What are you doing? You're knocking over my blocks. That's not for you. There really isn't anything that is for you in here. I should move at least like a chewy thing or something. I'm sorry, but he's so sleepy. He's walking around with his little sleepy ears on. I'm team. I hope everybody has fun. That's where I'm at. I hope everybody has a nice race. Make some good memories, that kind of thing. Moose Cam, hi baby. You want to come see me for a second? Hi. You're not on. He's so. It's just because he doesn't get up on the chair like the cat does. Kitty likes to sit like right in the shot, so I got kind of used to that. I forgot that you guys can't see the floor. You know, you're a good sized dog. You just don't show up. Hi, baby. Hi. There you go. This morning when I came home, I was like, I came in the door and he wasn't waiting for me at the door, which was like weird. So I was like, where's my moose? And then he like comes running in from the back rooms, but he runs too fast. And he loses his footing on the smooth floor, and his back legs go flying, and he like skirts in the last like 4 feet. It's like, buddy, traction. You gotta be careful. Or I need more rugs, maybe. Just put hallway runners down everywhere. Hope they're having fun. Sure looks like torture. Progression rating for fun, you know, for 3 hours in a night is kind of toasty. I can't imagine doing the kind of hours they do, but they must get something out of it because they keep doing it. Oh no. My chair's run off the rug. Hang on. Alright. Why don't you lay down in the bed? What if you come over here, bud? It's comfy. It's all fluffy now. You lay down. No? I guess you gotta decide for yourself. Whatever you want. Don't let me tell you what to do. Okay, alright. More afternoon, Hazel. How are you doing? Good afternoon. I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting settled here. I want to check my patron orders. That's my first thing in the WoW morning routine, is to see what the patron crafting orders look like. Oh, are you gonna lay right there? He's laying right here. Oh, and now Cat's coming in. Yeah, the question is, does she want the lap? I wish you guys could see this. This is like a drama that like is playing out that I find captivating. That I just have to relay verbally, I guess. Now, Kitty, you've got a bed over there, or you've got me, your mother. I'm losing. She's going to the bed. Wow. And now Moose is sniffing her, and she's holding her ground because she really likes that bed. Moose, she'll hit you. Leave it. Moose. Yeah, that's right. They can mediate for themselves. They're pretty good at this. She is so... and it's an enormous bed. It's a bed it's like an extra large bed. It's for a big dog. And she's like a, I don't know, cat-sized cat. Moose. You're not playing. It's not a fun game. I think he doesn't quite understand the difference. Moose. Hey. Hey, buddy. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Yeah, it's not a happy one. Can you come here? Moose, can you touch? Good boy! Can you sit? Can you sit? You can do it. I need to get treats here. Can you sit? Good boy! Can you... Oh, you don't know how to high five. You can shake. That's pretty good. I know, buddy. Do you think you can lay down? There you go. I know you're sleepy on the inside. Grumpy Rally, thank you very much for the gift sub, Snoo. I, maybe today, after stream, I'll go rooting around and see if I can get a camera set up so you guys can see this, because it's riveting. She just don't want to play with you, bud. She never wanted to play with you. I don't think she will ever want to play with you. I'm so sorry. I play with you. It's just tough right now because I know I'm streaming. Alright, patron orders. That's the thing. Bed is kind of amazing, to be fair. She's so into it. It's so funny. ADHD is not handling all the alts that resulted from remix. I cannot focus on one tune. Now I have lots of alts in a sad main. Hey, you've got I bet you got lots of currency spread across. Acuity. I think I decided not to do these. They wanted, it was going to be too much concentration, although my concentration's full, so I guess I should maybe do some of them. What do I want? 10 acuity? Fine. Concentrated ingenuity. Let's just sink some gold into getting a little bit of acuity, because I need more blue quality profession equipment, so even though it's only 10 acuity and it's going to cost me a bit, we'll do it properly. So let's buy one of these. I'm going to use my cheap vials, because expensive vials are quite expensive. We'll get silver quality mats, and we'll hope that we're able to jack it up with concentration, because I'm not really using my alchemy concentration anyway. Well, we'll see. Guess we got Tyven, so excited to take him to Dornagal. Nice! You mount up, just do laps. I like to put on RP walk and just do laps around him with that kind of thing. What's your favorite war within mount so far? The Swarmite Sky Hunter from the Glyph Hunting, actually. I've been riding that one a lot. Best quality. Yeah. That's the stuff. That'll work. Dog is 13, but in her head she's a puppy still. Sometimes I wondered if Moose was gonna ever... I mean, I think he will settle down more, but I think he's always gonna be kind of goofy. It seems like just who he is. Love your hair, so cute. Oh, I thank you. I'm working on my mullet. I'm trying to like smooth my sides back like I'm in West Side Story, and then actually I don't know if they did that. Just making stuff up, and then get my floofy curls up here. At least until I get annoyed. Hey, leave her. Yeah. He's learning. She's not bothered. If she really didn't mind it, she would leave. And she's not moving, so I think she's fine. She's not trying to play. He's just doing play bows like, but what if you did want to play? And she's loafed up like, absolutely not. She also can't see him. Bucky Barks, thank you for giving out a gift sub. Pup is 9 months, still has so much energy. I didn't feel like Moose became a tolerable roommate until he was like 12, maybe even 13 months old. And you're still being ridiculous. You're being so much. don't get me wrong, I love him to pieces, and I loved him every day that I had him as a puppy, but he was an absolute mess for like the first year. I know, honey. I know. You just bit my elbow. That's crazy. I know. She won't play with you, and she's in the bed, and you had your chance at the bed. I really don't have... I have limited sympathy here. Should we do this one as well? Alchemical Chaos? I just need a Null Lotus, and then some better lure drop. 8 better lure drop, and I can probably get that going. I would love a dog one day. Don't think I would ever want a puppy. It's kind of a... You can't see. But my chair arm has like a plastic pillar, and he's just got his mouth like, buddy. I mean, never count Moose out. He can definitely chew anything. Because on one hand, puppies are demons, and they're sent to show you what you're made of. But on the other hand, I feel really close to him for having raised him from a baby, and I think that that's the only reason why I trust him so much with the cat now, is because he's grown up with her, and I've had a whole year of like formative months. I think you can train any dog of any age, but like I feel more comfy with them because we've really molded him into this. Did I say blessing blossom? I said lure drops. I think I need 8 silver lure drops. I love the patron orders. Wish you could decline them to get refreshes faster. Some are crazy expensive. Yeah. I stopped looking at them as like work orders where I could make gold, and I started looking at them as investments for either acuity or knowledge points. The only time I'm ever thinking about making gold is if it's offering an augment rune. I will take that into account. And sometimes the mats are worth less than an augment rune. So there. 420! That's so much. That's so much. I might need more. It's only 2 vials. I think I will spend to save the concentration. I think I will spend... What are we saying here? 600 gold, 700 gold to save some concentration off that, because that's not going to recharge for like a day. Just like kids, they don't want something until the other one has it. They have been having more of a sibling vibe. 378. I guess I didn't save that much, but I saved some. They have had more of a sibling vibe recently. Yeah, all right. Go for it. That guy named Jance. What's up? 13-month resub. Thank you so much. Hi Hazel, how the heck are you? I'm good. That was a heck of a progression raid night we had last night. I need gear so I have an excuse to do better next week, because I was getting to the point where I'm like, I'm doing everything I can. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. What breed is Moose? He is a mutt, and I say that with love. He's a shepherd, husky, malamute, cattle dog, etc., 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 etc. He's a big old blender mix, but the shepherd husky is kind of like what you see when you look at him. Working on salvaging the parts for the new engineering mount, but now I have a dilemma. Once I craft the mount, do I learn it or sell for the 3 million gold? Listen. Gold comes and goes. Mounts are forever. And rare mounts like that almost nobody has are the best flex in the game. It's like one of the only things somebody could walk by me with in town that I would notice and go, wait, what is that? If that's important to you, then the mount for sure. If you'd rather have the gold for whatever reason it may be. But for me, gold is for flexing. I guess if you're using gold to like buy tokens and stuff, you could convert it into game time and maybe make a different calculation. But I make gold purely so I can flex it, because that's the primary fun for me. So that would be a no question mount for me. Blender dog. Doozy of a fight, could do more damage. Get so focused on eggs and moving. I think doing the mechanics correctly, I think we have enough damage. We just need to clean it up. We're doing well. We just need to keep cleaning it up. We definitely have a couple of rogue things going on that would make the fight a lot easier if we get on top of them. And I'm not immune to that either. I'm kind of, I am occasionally messy when it comes to the eggs. I'm getting better. But I'm still not perfect. Pixel Pin, thanks for giving out a couple gift subs. Went to the dark side. Swiped for the shop T-Mog mount. Oddly irked, the repair wasn't also a basic mat spender. Somebody asked me earlier if I had one. And I read the question, I was going to answer it, and then I got distracted by my dog. I don't have that mount. I think I'm not going to buy it. I have a yak, And I want to keep my 25 bucks, to be quite frank with you. Or 30 or whatever it is in Canadian by the time you like convert it to Canadian and add taxes. I think I want to keep my money. I don't want to use any 5 storm dust for an augment rune? Yeah, okay. So let's get 5, let's just get 15, we'll do all of them. Hazel is the rich lady covered in diamonds at the party just to flex on the poor. Hazel is the rich lady that was totally gonna, I mean, I'm not rich, but like in WoW Gold. I was totally gonna go to the party and then I didn't want to. And then I stayed home wondering if I'd made the right choice. See you later, bud. I think they're both gone. I was gonna buy 15 silver storm dust, I believe. That sounds right. Only 1,000 gold, yeah. The enchanting work orders are vastly cheaper to fill than the alchemy ones. Largely because they mainly ask for glamours. All these NPCs just really want to be something that they're not. These ones I can't do. I can't do the rods. I didn't put any points into it, but the other stuff, yeah. Some of these I can actually make a profit on. Like if I sell that rune, I'm actually up a little bit of gold from this, plus I get whatever's in the bag. And then these as well. I've been just selling these crafting licenses. I know I could probably keep them and use them, but oh, I need two residues and 2 spores probably. How much are you making it on average every day? I don't know. Nothing until I use my concentration, and then on a concentration day, I'll probably make like 80k, 100k. Okay, 100k is exaggerating. On a concentration day, I'll make like 60k. But I'm really messy. I'm really messy. So I wanted 2 of these, and I think I wanted 2 viridescent spores. Viridescent duck. Viridescent spores. But I am sitting on 270k. Yeah, I was kind of doing more crafting earlier, but now I'm pretty much just crafting profitable things with my concentration and then doing patron orders. I don't know if it's a... I'm having fun, that's the important thing. The 610 item level. The item level 610 item I just got from the time walking raid was useless. Can someone give me a hug, please? Virtual hugs. Aww. Thanks to the WoW token crashing. Only cost me a fair bit of gold. Great time for a mat release. Got a 610 ring in my shaman. Time walking with my 2 worst stats, but a spy master from the other cache. Oh, nice. That's the other thing I haven't done today. Or I haven't done this week. Time walking. You know what? I have to say, Stone Vault is awful. Anyone would seriously ask how much a streamer makes. Doesn't come up all that often. It's also, I feel like, depending on who you're talking to, some streamers will work other jobs as well, so it'll be kind of a piece of their pie. Some streamers will have multiple income sources, so they could tell you how much they make on Twitch, but like neglect to mention what they're doing on like Patreon or YouTube or whatever. And then sometimes you might hear a number and be like, oh, that's crazy high. But then you have to consider, I mean, you don't have to consider anything. You can say that's crazy high, wow, that's great, and then, or awful or whatever it is, and then be done with it. But like, that's gross. Like if any company, if you look at their gross revenue, it's going to be pretty different from their take-home profits because you have to account for expenses. You have to account for things like medical and dental and vision care, and you have to account for like what else was I going to say? Like insurance. Like a lot of companies will offer things like insurance. They'll offer things like a pension and retirement savings. It's kind of like taken off your paycheck. And if you're streaming, you're in charge of managing all of that. So like you might see someone's take-home pay that they have not yet paid taxes on. They have not yet made retirement contributions on. They haven't paid their dentist. They haven't paid their glasses. And it's going to look more impressive than like the equivalent paycheck with those things garnished off it already. So sometimes the numbers can be kind of misleading. What's your TikTok revenue looking like? I'm not really in the class of human being to have TikTok revenue. I don't even know if people make money directly off TikTok. I think you have to be doing deals. And I am kind of eternally saying to sponsors, I will take this one day, but I'm not ready yet because I never feel like I'm ready. Requires too much adult thought for the internet. Just marry a doctor who also fixes teeth. Problem solved. Oh, I have 4,285 subs. The other thing is that sometimes, Moose, she's not getting up. Cut it out. Things can be seasonal. Like somebody, it's one of those jobs, and there's lots of jobs like this, different sales jobs and stuff, but it's one of those jobs where somebody might make 5 times as much as their average for like 4 months in a row, but it gets balanced out during other parts. Like in WoW especially, I find that I'll have up years and down years depending on content release and like expansions. Like expansion years are always going to make more money. And if you're considering things like whether you qualify for a mortgage or what your cost of living should be or how much you should be putting away in savings, you have to kind of account for the long term and not like the short term. Like I have done really well with the Support a Streamer campaign, and I'm really excited about that, but you can't, you have to kind of average everything against a couple of years and see what you're realistically doing if you're going to make any actual financial planning. You can't have the plushies! I know, it's so unfair. He realizes the cat's not going to play with him, and he's like, fine, I'm going to eat your whelps then. I shouldn't be petting you, but it's hard, you're cute. Do you think you could just sleep? I know you're sleepy. DBK Joe, thank you very much for the gift subs. I really appreciate it. Hey ho. Thanks, guys. I also like to keep savings for emergencies because it makes me sleep at night, and it helps when your pets need medical attention, which sometimes they do. Miss Kitty Cat's having a little bit of an expensive month, and I have a feeling she might have an expensive future, and we'll just have to see, but we have savings for it, which is important. Savings are very, very important. Moose is just practicing his Anixia strat. He can't believe that he can't get the cat out of the bed. It's so funny. He's like, listen, you spent 2 years, or not 2 years, he's not even 2 years old. You spent all this time running away from me. Why won't you get up? And she's like, no, I'm comfy. I'm older than you. Get out. So I came here because I originally was going to gather today, and there's still an argument to be made for that. Can you share? They both lay down in the bed. Hang on a second. Honey? You want to see? You don't have to come on camera, but they're sharing. You're fine on that side. You want to see them? They're so cute. Oh, now he's up. Thanks. See it. Oh, I didn't have my phone handy. I didn't take a picture. I should keep my phone on my desk because I'm still expecting a phone call. So I guess now's as good a time as ever to get up. One sec. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Thank you for your patience. Okay, all right, phone's around. Ringer's on, that's good. Picture, oh my gosh. Okay, if he does it again, I'll get an Instagram story. In the meantime, I wanted to work on my Sojourner achievement today. I thought it was either that or gathering, and this seems like a nice thing to do. I didn't really want to do keys. I'm gonna do those like this weekend and maybe like off stream and stuff. I figure it's like, we're in the Race to World First era. If you want to watch cutting edge PvE, that's happening in places. If you want to watch me, we can probably do something a little bit more calm. So let's track Sojourner of the Ringing Deeps. Oh no, he can't quite. Also, she went, oh. Oh, he's gonna chew it behind me. Long time. Work has been in the way. Totally fine. Those rare and fleeting moments, I'd have my phone at the ready to snap pics of those things. Yeah, I just don't like carrying my phone around with me, but I do need to do it if I'm expecting a call. I also have a bad habit of keeping my phone on silent always and forever, and then I'll find out that someone called me like days later. Okay, so for these things, am I currently on any Ring Deep side quest? Am I halfway through any of them? I am. So let's track at least that one. It says ringing deeps, but it's definitely not from the ringing deeps. Coagulated black blood. Maybe you can get coagulated black blood from lots of places? Because I swear I was getting some in Ashka Het, too. Yeah, I totally was. Weird. Is it part of... Maybe I shouldn't worry about that one. Maybe we should find a different quest to work on. Okay, so BTW quest is an add-on that I like to use. Also, I need to get into Shadow Spec to look at these side quest chains and see where we're at. I don't know if upgrading Heroic Track gear unlocks Mythic tier appearance. It should, if it follows the rules of previous season, but I don't know it. I haven't done it personally. Some of the Sojourner stories are top tier storytelling. It's so good. What class did you make your Earth in? I made a warrior. I don't know if I'm like sticking with it though. I might at the very least come up with a new name for her. I was all high in my own supply and I thought I was being really clever and I don't like it. Vivica, thank you for the 5-month resub. Okay, so let's see. Ringing Deeps specifically. Routine maintenance is just at the top of the list. Let's see if we're partway done it. We haven't done any of this. Perfectly good place to start. Level to 68, and then by candlelight up to Into the Deeps. I think I must have done that. Let's see if we can start it. So, when you're navigating this properly, and you're in the thing, you can usually like click on it, and it'll mark it on your map. So it'll mark the starting NPC with a pin, and that's BTW Quests that does that. It's a great add-on. Watching Liquid Max and his band, Mary Sweatlord's take on Brood Twister. Different vibe. More NSFW speak. Yeah, people, different gamer groups will do that. I don't really mind people being vulgar or crass as long as it's like not... It's hard to really describe. It's kind of like a you'll know it when you see it thing, but sometimes there's like kind of like an ugly energy behind it, and sometimes it's just people being vulgar, right? Like sometimes it has better... I don't want to say intentions because I don't know if anybody has any intentions, but sometimes it just like the vibe's better than others. I'm looking for... Oh, it's in here. I haven't played in years. I had a level 95 SK Erudite. Are we talking about World of Warcraft? Mine's also a warrior. Mountain Thane just seems too perfect to pass up for aesthetic. 6 Galvanic Glance. It may be a questline I've also like started on a different character or done on a different character. Was that the correct one? It is. And you can see the whole line of the quest as well. So this one doesn't look like it'll take too long. Shall I read them today? Maybe I'll start out reading them and I'll do that until I run out of patience. Profession Knowledge Weak Aura. That, I think it's that. That one right there. Tracks your knowledge points for the week. It's super useful. Alright, I am seeking my mentor. He is missing. The only lead I have is Del Gizmo. He wants the local fog beast removed. I must learn what he knows. Lurkers carry glands. They have enough charge to disperse thickest fog. Retrieve some. Compensation is short. I like it short and to the point. Also, I don't know. Maybe I'll worry about this later. Maybe not. Maybe this is relevant.
Welcome.
I will give anybody good odds if they bet on 25 minutes or over. 25 minutes or over for what? River Pass. He's got like a chew, it's called dogwood. And he's laid it over the bottom metal frame of my chair, and that's what's making that sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it's just Moosey chewing on his... Oh, is he gonna take... Careful. Don't frighten them. I'm dying. I don't care. Psychic Scream. Good boy. Hang on. Alright. You have to assume these things are gonna last. But if it doesn't, I did buy a... I did get a little clip of it. You're getting attacked. But my doggy and my kitty are in the same bed. They're sharing. They're sharing. Hang on. I'm gonna get an Instagram story. This is of vital importance to me. It's kind of hard to see the cat. Sharing. Heart emoji. I'm that millennial that after every single text, or almost every text, or message, I will search for a matching emoji to put at the end of it. And the only time I'll ever leave it off is if I feel like I can't find anything that's even remotely appropriate. Oh, for me to become bored of reading. Yeah. That's probably a fair bet. If you want to see Moo Moo and Kitty Cat on the bed. Sharing. I sound like a mom of a kid that's just started preschool. My child shared. My phone auto suggests emojis after certain words. Don't know what you mean. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it in like a socially normal way. Maybe I am. Maybe other millennials are like this, or just people. But like, when I say matching emoji, I mean matching. Not as in like the emotion that you would expect to express after saying that sentence. Like, great, I'll meet you for lunch. Smiley face. It'll be like, great, I'll meet you for lunch. And then depending on what we're planning for lunch, I'll come up with a lunch emoji. So if we're having sushi, I'll find the sushi emoji. Like it has to, it's very literal and very on the nose. I'm sure it's annoying. It just doesn't, no one's complaining, so. Great, I meet you for lunch, sandwich emoji? Precisely, you get it. I love it when people do that. Brewfest is back, loving the music, so happy. Is there anything, I can also certainly look this up for myself, but just off, if anybody happens to know, is there anything new for Brewfest? People do that. Yeah. Well, it's not just me. I'm always tickled pink whenever, like, I'm looking for an emoji and I find that there actually is a default native emoji that's, like, highly specific that I didn't even know existed. I enjoy that. I used to just do random emojis, like animals, just because they were cute. Not in sentences, but if I was gonna, like, Discord react to something to indicate that I had read it, I would react with an emoji. Oh, where did the cat go? Well, at least we got proof. I would pick out an emoji, but I would always use, like, a different animal. I would, like, look through the Discord animal emojis to find one that I hadn't used yet. Lost highly specific emoji you enjoyed recently. I can probably find out on my phone, right? Oh, my story hasn't finished uploading. I'm bad. I tend to exit Instagram before I'm done. Give it a second. Sorry, guys. Oh, all two of you that went to look for it couldn't find it. My story? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Oh no, it's still uploading. I react with an egg to my bald uncle. No. Does he find it funny? Or is it like a ha 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 boohoo thing where you're like laughing away your hurt? Oh. I will know what is new with Brewfest when there's a hazel bit on it. Aw. She must be around here still, but maybe she's wandered off. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you can have the lap. I preheated it for you. Alright, so we found the glands that we need to dispel the fog, that we need to help this person get in with the person that's seen the person that they were looking for. There is a shield. Oh yeah, highly specific emojis. I was gonna look in the phone. Just messing around. Okay. I'm sure you guys know your own thing. I just oh my god. Emojis recently used. Let me see. Moose, cat, obviously. Fishing emoji. Moving box emoji, honey emoji, sushi emoji. I was gonna use the birthday cake one for a birthday post, and then I was like looking it up to get one to copy paste, and Urban Dictionary is like, use this when you're talking about somebody's assets, and I'm like, whoa, excuse me, it's my birthday. I'm a civilized human being. If I want to talk about somebody's assets, I'm gonna use fruit. Sorry, I'm late. Of course, no worries. You can never be late. Arrive precisely when you like to. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Last boss in the Skittering Breach in the Shadow Realm variant on tier 8. Not fun. But is it dead? Is it down? Has it paid for its crimes? Oh, we're dispersing fog. Anti-fogmatic. Machine speakers have no love for fog beasts. When there is fog, rust is sure to follow. Can't have rust. Take this device. Disperse the fog without hurting the fog beasts. Alright. You betcha. Got him down at my last life for my second attempt. I don't think I've ever actually used a fruit or vegetable emoji to try to say something explosive. I don't think I've ever done that in my entire life. Don't get me wrong, I'm a grown-up. I just think my grown-up thoughts in my grown-up head. Fog beast, more like friend beast. No bountiful chest at the end, but I did get him down. Well, that's great. That's awesome. Then four tier 8 delves today. Nice. Still counts for vol, right? Hi, boo boo. 3 of them bountiful. Cool. My eyes ain't good enough to see the emojis. Too old to get the innuendo. I have a 5-year latency on understanding what's going on in internet memes. And it's probably only gonna get longer. Alright. Place the fog collector, collect fog samples. I'm not sure if it's part of the same quest line. Ghost in the machine. Here we go. Substation below us. Perhaps that's where Arby went to. With luck, he'll still be there, so we gotta find him. I've done this before, but I don't remember any of it. Have you taken down the main delve boss yet? No, I don't even know how you would. I do my bountiful delves when I can get Flabby to help me. And when I have time to try to get champion loot, and I guess like vault progress, anything else is just going to be kind of whenever it happens. I did have some intention of like looking to see if I could get anything cool with undercoins, because I must have a few of them by now. I have 30,261 undercoins. Can I buy anything cute? Important question. Inquiring minds want to know. I do my bountiful deals when I can get Flabby to help me too. I've been joking for years that if I could clone them and then rent them out, I would have it made. You go to the delve, after hit bottom left, kill the boss. It's the one that shows up with the question or question. Oh, you guys know more than me. You have to do all of them on tier 8 with revives yet to unlock him. Oh. I don't think I've done all the delves on tier anything. I think there's still delves that I haven't done. Half the time when I walk in, it's got that little quest for doing it for the first time. Okay. Just making sure I'm making progress here. Substation investigated. Ward removed. Oh, I can just take it off. Just remove the ward. Ah. Starter's not enough. You have to control more living things. I did make some bread finally with my starter. I had to revive it because I'd kind of neglected it for a while, but I made a loaf of bread out of it last week. It's good. It was nice. Whenever I make bread though, because I'm doing it in the bread machine, so it doesn't get quite the same gluten structure, it's very like crummy. Like when you're slicing it up and putting it in the toaster and stuff, it makes like a fountain of crumbs that you have to clean up. Or, you know, leave out if you want to make some mouse friends, but I do not want to make any mouse friends. Hello, I'm ready. Not sure if anyone else has done the last mage quest line. No spoilers. Oh man. Open your map and check if you see the delve. I could. I don't think that I'm there yet. It'll happen when it happens. I'm not too invested. Delve's been fine. I've kind of made my peace with them for the moment, but I still have yet to like log on to the game and go, you know what I really want to do? You know, it sounds like a really fun thing. And people do like them. I don't think it's the content. I think it's me and my mindset. I just haven't quite warmed up to them to that degree yet. There's just too many other things that sound like more fun. Few quests that have hurt this time around. My main motivation for doing all these side quests is to just clear them up off my map and then finish the Sojourner achievements so that I have them done if they're ever required for a meta. But it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't kill me to... Hi. Read. I mean, it might kill me. Can't guarantee it would. How do you feel about getting 10k time warp badges? Not very good. I understand it's a good idea. It would be an efficient way to be prepared for new things that they're adding later on. I could just not get the new things when they add them all at once. I could just get them slowly over the years. That seems fine. It's not like we're gonna stop having time walking. Golem is unstable. I doubt it can travel far. Our boss showed true devotion to the machines. We will follow his examples. Repairs must come first. Activate the backup. This is giving user manual. I'm glazing over. Smallest machine creature can ruin delicate machinery. Activate the backup systems. Okay. And then what do you want?
Got the best deals anywhere.
It's got the best deals anywhere. Scan remnants of the golem to triangulate its location. Couldn't help but overhearing. So this golem is unstable as he says. They'll be leaking all sorts of energy. Alright. You can tell there's rediscovered passion on the team. You should try the dialogue UI. Makes quest reading much more pleasant. I just don't like listening to words. I like reading them. I don't like listening to them. I will look up a YouTube video and then look for a transcript. I'm that person. Dialogue UI, amazing. Highly recommended. I guess if it's giving like a bigger, like it's not reading them out loud. I guess I'm assuming. Maybe it just like makes the font better or something. Dialogue UI really is amazing. What does it do? Doesn't talk, makes the font better. I see, I see. Makes WoW an actual RPG. Can you drop it? Yeah, you don't need that. There you go. I'm so happy to have them both in here with me. You can check it for 2 minutes, see if you like it. I could, but do I have to? Use spacebar, whatever, to accept and complete quests. Oh. I have auto accept and complete. I've been manually preventing it so that I can read them with a modifier. But normally I like to just kind of auto pick them up and pop them in. It's hard walking by herbs and not being on my herb list. I want to pick all of them. Good boy. I think he's happy to have a bed in here. What is it? Sometimes when you want something, he'll just come up to you and he'll just like put his nose into your hip. Or like your arm or your elbow or something. When you sniff the cat, sometimes she bites back. Bobricon, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. And Aberneth, thank you for the 4-month resub. Yes. Thanks, guys. Alright. Duty of care. So we're still activating backup systems. And we're triangulating some golem locations. Okay, alright. Now I'll do it. Good morning, keep Moose says hi. Sometimes, I don't know if we ever really taught him how to trade things. aside from when I would trade him a treat for whatever thing he had that I wanted him to drop. But sometimes, like, if you have something he wants, he'll bring you a toy and put it on your lap and, like, nudge it towards you and then look at you like, trade. I give you my ball. Oh, what is it? Are you frustrated? Is it hard to relax? I know, baby. You'll get it. You'll get through. There's been a lot of change this week, and he's doing fine, but it's a bit of an adjustment to settle in. I got so excited this morning. Also, he's been running himself ragged. Normally, he would nap for hours every day in the daytime, and then he would like start to kind of fire up around dinner time, and we would go for like a big adventure, and he would romp around for a while and have some food, and then settle back down. But he would have like a couple of pretty big naps in the morning. He would have like 2 big naps in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon. And lately, he's been following the cat around because he can, but he's been skipping his naps to do so, and then he gets cranky and a little overworked, and then when he finally can't do it anymore, he just like fades and just sinks to the floor wherever he is and then sleeps. And I think eventually he will be over the novelty of being able to follow her around, and maybe he'll go back to napping like normal, but right now it's really hard for him to relax. Alright, what did I say I was going to do? Dialogue UI. Curse Forge. Dialogue. Reload? I do like being able to get add-ons without having to exit the game. Yes, if it's a brand new sub, you should be able to buy one for yourself and then gift one, and that should count. I've seen that count for people. Never really wanted to have a dog, but I'm starting to reconsider. Pretty proud of myself for completing those delves. Congratulations! I want to go in here. Oh, yeah. Stuff to do. It's nice doing these things. Leave the plushies alone. Leave the plushies alone, bud. You don't need them. Believe me, you don't need them. I know, honey bear. Take a nap on your nice bed. You've got a lovely new bed. You could sleep. I don't want to sleep. Oh, hello, lovely people. Hello, leg job. How you doing? How are things? Oh, you giving me your dogwood? You want me to hold on to it for you? I need my hands, bud. Well, I could maybe do this with Interact Key, actually. We don't need a mouse hand, do we? I hope everybody's having a lovely morning so far. I've been kind of enjoying the relative calm after the storm of like the expansion launch. Especially with the World First race going on right now and it having not really much to do with me. It kind of like a lot of, don't get me wrong, people are still here and I really like doing this stream. But it's, I don't feel like I have to be like a superstar. Not that I ever am, but you know what I mean. Like it's just, it's nice to kind of have a calm. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Oh no, she said leg job. It's always funny. It means the best. I've named my paladin. Well, how would I say it? I would like to say it better. You can turn off the zoom. Okay, that seems important. Let's do that because I think that's gonna make me a little woozy. We're probably looking in add-ons, maybe settings, options, add-ons, dialogue UI. Okay, all right. F1. My goodness. Oh, so many options. Ooh, dark mode. I'm just gonna look at all the options. Mm-hmm. No. You can just lay down. Oh, so they do have text-to-speech, but you don't have to use it. Gotcha. Alright. Leg Yo BB. Something like that. Oh. What is that add-on? Dialogue UI. I only just downloaded it, so I don't have a link to it just yet. Blixum, thank you for the brand new sub. Reached a watch streak, won't let me share it. Oh, well, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Back to humble hazel mode. Looks nice. The same person that made Narcissus. Mm. Quality work. Hazel, glad to see you. Hello, how are you doing? Thanks for coming by. I always say thanks for coming by because I want to thank people for being here, but then it occurs to me that that's usually a thing people say when they want them to leave, and I don't want anybody to leave until they're, you know, ready at the natural point in their day when they would mosey. You say hi to stream and they're like, hi, so thanks for coming. Have a great day. Bye. Raid videos are the best. Watch them every time when a new raid comes out. Oh, thanks. Shucks, I'm glad they're working for you. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. And then what are we doing for this one? These are in fairly different spots, so we'll just finish this one. We'll do this. If I leave, it's because the equivalent of my work bat signal has been activated. Plus work from home. It's just like a Slack notification. Yeah, if you gift one sub, it should give you a notification on Twitch that gives you a code to redeem for the pet. Should do. 100% loving this X-Spec. How about you? I like it a lot. I think it's a really, really good one. I've been enjoying myself thoroughly. What are you doing back there? I can see you. I'm always watching, Moose. I'm always watching. Ow, 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 ow. I've made some poor choices. I was supposed to befriend the frog. The frogs? The fog beasts. We're supposed to befriend them. There we go. I know, buddy. I'm always worried he's gonna start unplugging stuff back there. It's not really a great spot for him. Made extra friends. Great movie that I haven't seen in a while. Oh. Batman? Or did I like miss something really obvious? Would you believe that I recently watched for the first time in my life, all of my years on Earth, I only just like 2 days ago watched Legally Blonde. I had never seen it. Whenever people talked about bending and snapping, I thought they were breaking Triscuits or something. I don't know. Haven't seen that either. It was cute. It was cute. It was a very good example of like a comedy movie from that era, like the kind of blockbuster. I don't want to call them corny, but like, you know, it's also a good time capsule of the 2000s, early 2000s fashion, at least as seen in movies. It's so corny though. I'm just happy to see Jennifer Coolidge in anything. I don't think I've ever been unhappy to see her.
Farewell. Travel safe.
Okay, I suppose I ought to kill deep flare hunters. No use tagging fog beasts to study if they were all to die. Clear out the aggressive deep flares and attach some trackers. So we're basically being fog biologists. I remember the really funky Mac. It was like what I don't remember what they were called, but I remember those. I remember when those were like a big deal. And I thought it was cute because everybody else had like a boring laptop, like a black one, and then she comes in with like this colored power book or something. It was pretty cool. I appreciate Legally Blonde as a beacon of think outside the box mentality personally. Mm. Brewfest started? I think you're pretty cool. Watching the C series with Momoa went from hopeful to horror. iBook orange? Yeah, it was a brightly colored one. One of those big plastic, chunky, bubbly, brightly colored Apple laptops from like 2002 or something. Ish. I remember we had the actual, like the brick computers in our computer lab at school from that same era that had the color, and I thought they were awesome because you could see through them to see like the components, and they had like the individual colors. What character do you enjoy right now to play? This one. This is my priest. I have been healing raids as holy priest on this particular gnome. This is my main, and I also am playing shadow for anything that needs me to. Solves the case runway with her own reference points. I thought some of the logic and like the rigor was a little goofy in it. I think it was a bit of a I don't know. I guess I don't know anything about the law, so but I'm not exactly taking it as a tutorial. But I do appreciate the emphasis on not projecting a bunch of assumptions on people based on some things that may be true. People are pretty quick to take first impressions and be like, well, you're like this, so therefore XYZ QR must also be true. And people very rarely work like that. Sometimes people fit stereotypes and sometimes they don't, and it doesn't do anybody any good to just assume, especially when you're you know, putting someone into a box by doing it and not just assuming something harmless. Oh, thanks for the gift, so. How was raid yesterday? It was 3 hours of well, actually we didn't quite do 3 hours, did we? It was progression. We didn't kill it. So it was one of those nights where you spend the entire night on one boss and you don't kill it. But we did make progress. It is getting better. We got it down to like 23%, I think. It was heroic Ovanax that we were progressing on last night. And my word just needs more work. Needs more gear, needs more work. Needs a little... I think we could do it in our current gear if we like really cleaned it up. Because we still have a couple of chaotic things going on that we could practice. But I also think that it's a problem that can be solved with gear. What was the problem from your perspective? I don't want to give my perspective. I am not a raid leader, and I feel like it's kind of messy for me to sit here and be like, well, if these things happen and these things happen, when I'm making plenty of mistakes too. Infestations going off on people. We had a big problem with that early, but I was really proud of the way that we worked on it and locked it down. Our first like 5 pulls were a mess of infest, and we really sorted it out. They were no longer a problem by like pull 6 or something like that. Watercolor raid lead, yeah. I don't think my I don't know how many, if anybody watches my stream, but if they did, I don't want anyone to think that I'm like thinking I know anything. Infest and eggs, got it next week for sure. Find and follow the fog trail. I had it, I lost it. There it is. Does it start here? Maybe it starts here. Yeah, I agree. I think it'll come down next week. Got the ghastly charger mount. Thought there was just a pet drop going on. Didn't know there was a mount too. Thanks for the free mount. Yeah, that drop just recently ended. You must have earned it already. This quest is weird. Yeah, do they want me to keep spamming the thing? They want me to keep spamming the thing. That's what they want me to do. That makes sense. I can do that. Find the way, Punch Hands. You know what it is I don't think you sang any songs last night. I don't know how you expect us to kill bosses without a soundtrack. Oh my gosh. Flabby got a really good piece out of his time walking box that he passed on from raid. He has some kind of sixth sense about that. Hello, Hazel in chat. It's the weekend. It is the weekend. Raid soundtrack is essential. Listen, if I was going to try to lose somebody with a scent trail, I would go into a river too. So I get it, but I'm lost. Was it over here, maybe? This isn't where I started, is it? Did I get turned around? No, I didn't, because I didn't start by a river. I'm gonna wow hit this. Don't mind me. Reach the water, go straight across till you reach the other side. Oh! But they could have come out of the river anywhere. That is a good tip, thank you. This is what I mean with weird. I mean, it makes sense that the scent trail would be lost in the river. I just didn't think the game was going to try to get that realistic on me. We lost him. What about here? Do we think over here, maybe? Yes. Yes, it is. Hazel would not be a good scent dog. What do you mean? Look at me go! If you reach the canyon, I suggest dismounting. Bold of you to assume I know what a canyon is. I mean, I know what the Grand Canyon is. It's a big, big hole. Big pit. You can rent goats. She has her own dog for that. Do you use Fishing Buddy? I use Better Fishing. I use Better Fishing. It binds your cast and retrieve to the same keybind. Angleur can do that as well. Angleur. But I use Better Fishing for it. Found it's a solo raid quest and it gives a big gear piece for the current raid. Rent goats at the Grand Canyon. I have no idea. I read like I feel like I've seen a video where somebody rented like pack goats to hike down into the canyon. But if you told me it was a fever dream, I would believe you. I've certainly never been. No leaf. Makes sense. Goats are sturdy. Good in their feet. Imagine that it's not true, and I'm just mixing up the Grand Canyon with A Song of Ice and Fire when they're taking the path up the very steep hill to the place with the angry lady that likes to push people out of the floor. I think that was a goat as well. I haven't read those in a long time. Have heard of it? Need to see if you can do it at the Grand Canyon. Why, you planning a trip? Here, I could Google it. Not that I need to be right or anything. I definitely don't have an unnecessary need to be right. Can you rent goats at the Grand Canyon? Private stock use. One person must camp with stock. Maximum 6 equines, 6 people, 2 vehicles. That's like a horse. Grand Canyon goat or sheep? Maybe they live there. Goats sold separately. See the mountain goats. So there are goats there. I'm not sure if you can rent them. Which is fair. You know, maybe they're busy. They've got goat things to do. Trips are being planned. Pack mules. Maybe I was thinking of a pack mule. Mules are different than goats, right? Maybe mules fall under equines. Ah! No flash photography, please. Common to see goats rented for high fire zones to clean up. It's rad. Nice. I've seen them in Oregon being rented to clear out invasive underbrush in parks. I haven't seen any. I mean, I've seen goats here, but like at the petting zoo. Thank you for giving that a cat sub. Rent mules. Only do that if you're lame. Mules are so sad, carrying all the weight. I must be mixing up my goats and mules then. There was once a point in my life where we were joking about getting a hiking goat, like a pet goat that you took with you hiking. But I was pretty joking. Okay. Here's this one. I am many things, but fast at completing quests is not one of them. I think people are wrong about the fog beasts.
I hope to see you again soon.
There we go. We did Into the Fog, which funnily enough was not the quest line that I meant to be on. So this must be a different one. I think routine maintenance. I've done routine maintenance already because I did it to unlock Earthen. I'm pretty sure this is one of the Earthen unlock quest lines. So I've done it. I just need to do them all on one. I need to do it on this character, I guess. Why joking? Goats are fun. They're just, it's frowned upon to keep them in apartments. Please let hiking goat be a thing. I need that. I think it's also frowned upon to have just one goat. Goats, I think, are social and need goat friends. And at that point, you really need kind of like a little bit of a hobby farm homestead. A little bit of property. Not like horses level of property, but again, frowned upon for apartment buildings. Imagine you tune into my stream. I've got ducks in my bathtub. I've got goats walking down the hall. Just like, don't tell the property manager. The neighbors are like, what's going on? The thunderous thuds as they're headbutting each other. Lunchtime. Why are you streaming your bathtub? You're just hearing quacking from behind me. I have not seen Ace Ventura. Rope in your neighbors so they also get goats. We used to have them. Lots of work. So fun to be around them. I've never had them myself, but I've goat sat as a child. Neighbors had goats, and when we would house sit for them, we would also look after the goats. They were easier than the chickens, at least for looking after for a couple of days. I'm sure long term it's more work, but we pretty much just had to give them their hay and hang out with them a little bit, I think. I don't remember doing anything else. Let them in and let them out, I guess. Okay. And there we go. 2 things off the list, and now there's only 4 left. Immediately got the pet upon logging in. Nice. That could be anything, really. Behind you could be anything. True. Speaking of animals, had a dream last night I could talk to my cat. Used to live in a small town. Chickens, goats, horses, everywhere. The goats used to chew on my hair. I had long curly hair, and they would, and like I would wear it in braids, and they would chew. Since you're doing side quests, have you had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Sunflower yet? If I have, I wasn't paying enough attention. But if we come across him, I'll try to notice. Let's clear up my bags a little bit and figure out where we're starting next. I want to do Envenomed Invasion. And according to BTW quests, that begins there. Off and away. Of course, we do that when I was a kid. Number of alpacas, very strange animals. I like how both Moose and Kier were in here with me for a while, and now they've both wandered off. They're elsewhere. They're splitting their time between their parents, maybe. I was joking when I first set up a pet bed in my office, because my partner has one beside his desk as well, that they were going to have to pick a parent. No pressure. Not the brightest of creatures. Eh. Can't fault anything for that, neither am I. He runs a therapy clinic in the Spider City. Oh no, the loot. Helping Nerubians with their murderous tendencies and phobias. I don't have very many things that can stop this. I only have fear and silence, and they're on quite long cooldowns. And I just can't kill something that fast, so they're all swiping my loot. I don't know if I get it back when I kill them or not. What do alpacas do? Look at you and go, Me too. I get the feeling, and I'm sure I'm just being paranoid, that my yoga instructor that I meet with in the morning thinks I'm a bit dim. Because to be fair, I'm there at like 6 a.m. I am a bit dim. There's not a lot going on up here until I've had coffee. But he'll be explaining something to me, and I'll be like, I don't want to say too much because it's like kind of a quiet room. So I'll just kind of like nod or go yes, or like just indicate that I understand. But he's just like looking at me, like trying to make sure that I understand what he's trying to tell me. And I'm like, yep, sure thing. Backwards pretzel, you got it. Saw Hunter the other day in game. Alpaca pet was named Chewbacca. Oh, that's cute. I'm like one of those lights that takes a bit to heat up and brighten up. Yeah. The good news is I don't really need to think I shouldn't need to think too much for yoga. Once I've memorized the important parts, it would probably do me more good to not think about it too hard. Get out of my head a little bit. Okie dokie. Perhaps this?
You are acknowledged.
Lisky business. Rescue Lisky. Oozmodius. Very important. Kill 6 slimes and Oozmodius. this is the right quest line, but I mean, they're all important, so. Hi, bud. Welcome back. I do need to do all the side quests eventually, so as long as I'm questing, we're on the right track. I just might not finish every quest line in perfect sequential order. What you doing down there, Moo? This is the first time in my life I've like had a dog this young. I guess on my own, like we got a puppy when I was a little kid, but I was a little kid. I wasn't very responsible for her, and she also was an outside dog. So I don't remember this much mischief. Oh, he's gone again. Going through all my profession mats in the war bank, organizing. I think I'm just going to sell most of it instead. Yeah. I often find it's easier for me to just sell everything. Or basically everything. Especially if I don't have like a specific use for it in the near future. And then when I need things, I buy them. It's like using the auction house as your bank. But you just take the risk of price fluctuations. And you know, pay auction house fee. It's not that much gold. Sometimes things go up in price and then you made a profit. And then you don't have to carry on big piles of stuff. For mats that I know I'm going to use, I don't usually like sell off the extra like herbs on this character. Because I know I'm going to get through them eventually, but... upstairs. Maybe whenever I get one of those tinder boxes, easy 8k gold. I have a little purebred Maltese. His name is Murphy. About 1.5 years now. Aw, Murphy's a cute name. Sell now, buy later tends to work. Wish I knew that engineering could scrap old X-Pack bolts with a stockpiled. Yeah. Flavy had an obscene amount of them. I think he spent a whole day just scrapping, like on the first day of the expansion. It was crazy. Mining in old zones for engineers to buy the mats to craft bolts to scrap later. I mean, it's cool that it's like boosted the value of those things. I know when I'm leveling alts through the old world, I haven't done it in a while because we've had so many alternate leveling paths come up, but it's nice to gather for money. You know, even if you just make like 100 gold to transmog your gear. Hello? Lisky? Perhaps I ought to have done it up there. Oh, there you are. Oh dear. Make sure we don't lose her. Bye, Salamandra. Thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Wish they would do that for other things. Make old herbs worth. Some of them are better than others. Oh, that sounds like an annoying bug. That sucks. Not tired. Not needing a nap. Not going to bed. Just comfy.
Begin speaking.
You found her. You're welcome.
Raise the machine. Remain vigilant.
There you go. Another one off the list. Aha. There we go. You know spider. Correct.
Keep bad things away. Hey, hey, we friends, okay?
I'm too ugly to be a kobold.
Be nice to Cobalt.
Say it to my face. I mean, he did, but... Keep hearing this faint horn sound to my hunter. Finally determined that when Fenrir is summoned, it does the howling fjord sound. Oh. That's kind of cool. I can see that driving me nuts. It's like when I'm trying to figure out if one of the songs in the album that I listen to in the car has like a very faint siren in the background, or if it's just an actual siren that I need to be aware of.
Bring back snack. Do something. Not my fault.
Get some grab eggs.
Be helpful.
Do not let friends become meals, you betcha.
Big things.
Kobolds are my new favorite NPC race. I don't want to play one personally, but I love having them around. I think they're so their voices on them are so fun. See, so much wisdom. Welcome back. Hope you had a lovely time on vacation. Oh, thank you. It was very nice. I went to a concert. I went fishing. I slept in. I made bread. Played some games. It was good. I personally like not junk, treasure. I think my favorite is don't ask where I got it. I can't quite do it, but maybe if I practice. Nordic and I visiting Dad for a couple of weeks. Oh, wonderful. Dad's excited to show off his chef skills. You guys gonna look for places down there? The only kobold whose voice I don't like is Skitters. How dare you. Bold words. Brave. Hi, boo. Oh, good boy. You know, there's nobody in the bed. You could sleep in the bed. You don't have to sleep behind my chair. I like that. Oh! Picky. I need to listen to that one again. The intonation is what sells it, so I don't want to do it if I can't get the intonation right. Have a lot of family. It's always a little bit fun to chuck somebody into the deep end. Or be checked conversely. Especially when everybody's like nice and welcoming and excited. Do you have a go-to bread or do you just mix what's in the cupboard? I've been making mainly just sourdough lately. I did have a phase where I was like working through a recipe book and making lots of different types of bread, but it's cheaper to just kind of make with whatever you have. Rye bread's nice. Both parents with 3 or 4 siblings. Those siblings ended up having 2 or more kids. Ever do banana bread? It's just not my thing. Just not my thing. I am partial to bananas when they are really underripe. I like eating them when they're almost green. I want them to be nearly crunchy. Just a little bit past that. And typically banana bread wants sweeter bananas that are more ripe, and I don't really like those very much. More banana bread for everybody else. I also prefer like a more savory, chewy bread and a less sweet cakey bread. I feel like I want cake to be cake and bread to be bread, and all of these in the middle things are for other people. I have not named my sourdough starter. I have a friend that asks about it sometimes though. Banana bread with chocolate chips is the actual goat. Breakfast breads are just loaf cake. Yeah. And I like dessert, but cake's not really top of my list to begin with, so I've just kind of decided to leave it be. Did someone say goats? But I like bananas and I like having them around because they're so cheap. And it's a nice way to kind of add like a little bit of sugar and a little bit of fiber to for a snack, really. Like I'm gonna go walk the dog and I'm like, man, I don't want to like sit down and eat something, but I'm gonna be really cranky if I don't. It kind of helps buy me some time before I can make like an actual meal or have an actual meal. And they're cheap enough that I can kind of pick them up basically wherever. I don't have to wait to get them from a certain store or wait for them to go on sale or anything. Plus, I like putting banana slices on peanut butter toast. That's real good. Happy about that. But I've gotten kind of weird with food recently. It's just things that I used to like or I used to eat, I don't really want anymore. Which is fine, you don't have to have any particular thing. But I need to make sure I'm continuing to try new things or like make new things to make sure that there are nutritious things replacing them, because I don't want to just eat like 2 things. I don't want to become more picky. Agreed on peanut butter banana sandwiches. They're usually the go-to fruit for me, unless I can get pears. Good way of slicing sourdough bread. Every time I do it by hand, I end up with odd-shaped pieces in the end. Practice and letting go of the need to be perfect. I get odd-shaped pieces all the time. I usually try to, I don't know, keep the knife as parallel to the side of the loaf as I can. Go a little slower, maybe a little more sawing action, but I don't know if there's like a real trick to it. I've eaten some pretty wonky shaped slices of toast in my life.
Remember, be helpful.
I think I need to see what's happening with the race. Ciao. See you later.
Throw something, not my mouth.
Crab tenders free. A laser knife. There was like an era of Christmases in my childhood where everybody was giving each other electric bread knives. And I don't know if they stuck around. I'm starting to think that was a gadget that, like, you know, fun, but maybe not necessary for everyday life. The electric carving knives as well. A little tiny saw that people would get for the turkey, and they would bring it out like once a year. So is that really necessary? The heck is an electric knife? It's an electric powered knife. It's got, I think, usually at least 2 blades that will shear electrically. Tiny little hand-powered saw. You've never heard of this? I mean, I think it's a gimmick. I don't think it's a... I'm sure it's good for some people. I think maybe good applications. You've got arthritis. You've got repetitive motion disorder. You have to slice a lot of bread. Some people have big roasts every weekend. Is this true? I hadn't thought of this. Still occasionally use an electric knife. I need to research this for science. I do love me a good kitchen gadget. I'm convinced the electric turkey knife exists because if they made kitchen chainsaws for dads, they wouldn't be allowed to have them. Who's your favorite, if you have one, totally fine if you don't, but if you have one, who is your favorite celebrity chef of all time? I was thinking back on like the different ones that I've known that have been popular, and like what I was knowing them for, because I was reflecting on the fact that I knew of Martha Stewart primarily as the woman who became friends with Snoop after going to jail. Not necessarily related, but that's kind of her legacy to me. Prison followed by Snoop Dogg. And I was thinking that the main chef that I remember from my life of having seen and been exposed to was Chef Emeril Lagasse, because my parents loved him. J. Kenji Lopez Alt. Mary Berry! Really only watch Gordon? Gordon Ramsay for sure, yeah. Roy Che? Regular, ordinary Swedish mealtime guy? Yeah, it is like a tiny hedge trimmer, exactly. Not a celebrity chef? Really like Solo? I don't know how to say her name either, but I know who you're talking about. She's really cool.
I'm hungry. Got food? Nice weapons. Don't kill me.
I like it whenever like social media and YouTube chefs feel... I wonder if there's a way for me to say this without being judgmental. I was gonna say I like it when they feel like real people, because sometimes I'll browse at bookstores and I've got to kill some time. I'll walk through a bookstore and I'll walk through the cookbook section, and there'll be like a whole shelf of cookbooks made by food bloggers, and all of them have the same like big megawatt smile, blonde hair right down to here, curled in like the Mormon waves basically. Identical, all of them. And it's not that that's not a perfectly normal way to look. They look great. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to assume anything or anything, but like, no one doesn't kill the world to have a little variety. I think I am becoming unfairly resistant to appearances that seem overly done, which is just another way of being judgmental. So I need to tone down on that. People are welcome to look like whatever they like, and it's really none of my business. It's not like I like it when people judge me, so I need to calm down. But I do like seeing I don't know, people that are more food focused, but I know that's kind of hard to expect in such an image focused industry. He didn't do anything, kitty. He's just walking. They were just walking together and Kitty's like, I know there's a dog there. Hi, bud. Okay. Oh, I'm making so much progress. We only have 3 left. Oddly enough, including the one that I set out to do. So let's see where we're at on that. Oh, we're nearly there. We need to go to the brood mother's egg. Have I got that quest? No, but it's up this way. Couldn't take Gordon seriously after he used brown cheese in an omelet while in Norway. I thought you liked people thinking outside the box. Remind me to keep Skitter away from Elwyn. He might have a target on his back there. The add-on is Dialogue UI. We only just installed it, so I don't have a link handy just yet, but... Sweet like caramel. Does not mix well with eggs. But people do make sweet eggs. That's what custard is. Maybe he was going for that. I don't know. I mean, I've never tried it. I don't want to defend it. I just, I'll defend people's right to make anything as long as I don't have to eat it. Only books by The Masked Chef. You get to a point where the vibe feels propped up, overly polished, feels disingenuous. Yeah, maybe. And I think sometimes people end up in a bubble where all they see is that, so you start to feel messy or unpolished if you're not polished to that level of perfection. It kind of gets in your head and makes this little bubble. I don't think it's like a character flaw to hold yourself to that standard. It's just harder for me to initially connect to. Maybe in here. I think this looks right. What is the weirdest thing you, Hazel, have eaten that's weird to you? I've changed my mind. This doesn't look right. Weirdest thing that I have eaten. Broodmother's egg. Maybe this is right. This looks like a good spot to find an egg. There's eggs in here. I haven't really eaten a lot of things that I didn't want to since I grew up. It's one of the things about being an adult. You get to kind of not. Weird's also hard to quantify. I'm sure some things that I do might be weird, but they're only weird if you're not me. It's another thing I eat is weird to me. Here's one. Let's upset some people. I make a curry, right? It's lentils, you know, a general mix of curry spices, onion, tomatoes, coconut milk. It's nice. I serve it on rice. Sometimes instead of putting like you might serve it with like a dollop of yogurt, but sometimes instead of that I'll put sour cream. Not that crazy. And then sometimes I like to add cheese. Not paneer, because that's expensive, and I don't always have it on hand, but like cheddar cheese to like curry. I'll grate that on top. I'll mix that in, and I think it's quite nice. Traditional? No! Would never do or ask for outside of my own home. But things I eat for dinner? Sure, yeah. Why not? I'll also chuck a couple pieces of toast in there too to like fill out the starch profile. Bring the egg to Nev, you betcha. Sounds like a different take on poutine. Sometimes I put potatoes in it too. But it doesn't usually have any kind of fries. Cheddar is tangy, so it pairs well with curry flavors. Need to find good recipes for lentils. Instant pot lentil curries if you have. I mean, you don't need a pressure cooker, but if you happen to have one, those are a really good place to start because you can kind of mix and match and vary the spices to your own taste. You can make it as spicy or not spicy as you want. And the nice thing about curry and lentils is that you're basically trying to cook it into soup. Or at least I'm trying to cook it into basically sauce. I like a very soft, mushy lentil in a curry, so I don't need to worry about overcooking it. So I can do it for like, I can cook it for an hour and then leave it there all day, and then it'll be like the flavors will be really nicely penetrated through it by the time I get to eating it for dinner.
Keep bad things away.
It's also just an easy thing to freeze leftovers of and then have later. There we go. We did Envenomed Invasion. We have 2 more side quests left in this zone. Magnificence, and Rampage at Nibelgaz Mine. Kitty cat, I need to get up and take a break though. I gotta go AFK. I gotta stretch. Before you decide to get on my lap. Have you dog? No dog? Okay. I will be right back. A raid? Hello. My goodness. Empty chair stream raid. Sorry about that. Welcome back to me. We're doing side quests. We're relaxing. I was gonna say playing defense between my cat and my dog intermittently, but I'm pretty much just letting them work it out for themselves. Hi, raiders. Hope everyone had a wonderful stream. I am only 2 quest lines away from finishing this, and it'll feel very nice to have them checked off the list. So let's see where we're going. Let's do... I'm saving Magnificence if I can. Because... Oh, there's 3 different things there. Because it's got a funny name. And I want to do that second. Also, this one apparently... It says I'm done. Why? Team Kira and Team Moose, who will win? I have a feeling that Kitty Cat's coming out on top. She, at least in this past week, has been refusing to be pushed around. Not that he's trying to push her around, but like he'll follow her and sniff her and stuff, and she has been just like holding her ground. Yeah, this is BTW quests, as she should, exactly. She's been not shy about letting him have it if he's too pushy. And he's been very good to not tackle my cat. 70 pounds of dog, you really don't want him to jump on her. I wonder why it's not showing as complete, or why it is showing as complete. I can go take a look at the starting point and see if I can find a quest. Maybe it's just incorrectly showing as completed on BTW. I may have done it on a different character. Hello from Ray. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Or we can just do the other one and see what happens. So let's just head to the other quest line and do our best there. So it's called Magnificence. Go to Foreman, Dunf, Cogwin, and Kilton. So let's start here. Up in the corner. Pretty comfy. Maybe breadcrumb is missing? Well, the trouble is that my achievement says I still need it, but it's peculiar that BTW thinks that I've actually completed the entire thing. I don't know if it's... Well, no, it says that Inksy has done it. And if I had done it, one would assume it would not be still unchecked on my achievement. So it could be a mistake. It could be a bug. If that is the case, and I'm lucky, then maybe it will resolve itself. Also, maybe I should pick up this question here. Maybe it'll resolve itself when I do the other quest line. Maybe that'll tick off the end of the thing. Or perhaps... Oh no, hang on. This is for Brewfest! Donate to taverns across Castelgar to cover the tab. Whose tab? Who's been drinking? How many characters do you have at 80 so far? 1. This one. That's it. No alts leveled up. One alt getting kind of sort of close, but only just because she gets experience when she gathers, and I like to pick flowers on her. I'm a 1 gnome woman right now. I'm a single main player for the moment, which is unusual for me. Normally, at least by this point, I would have leveled one other thing, but I'm kind of happy to not for the moment. Okay.
We need you to mount a defense.
Pipes going down wasn't enough. Horde of magmatic elementals burst out when it failed. Okay. So we're basically clearing out the Hell of Fallen Gate. We need fresh samples of volcanic gases. You'll have to stand in them as they erupt in order to gather what I need. Okie dokie. If you say so. Yeah, it says that I'd completed literally every quest that it had in that quest line, which is the weird thing. I don't know where in the quest line I would have missed it, but I'll just kind of do everything that I can here. Also, I've missed one. Working on my warrior next. Did my shaman and my warlock. Try to get one of each. Nice. Beat number 6 soon. Pally, 79.5. Oh, you're so close. Okay. This one should be easy. Do you have a favorite zone so far? I mean, Hallowfall theoretically, but I think I actually, for saying it's my favorite, I think I spend the least amount of time there. Because it's farthest from, like, I either take the elevator down to the Ringing Deeps or I take the portal down to Ashgahet, but from either of them I would need to go either up or down in order to actually get to Hallowfall. So I think that when I'm just like gonna go fly around and look for treasures or like anything really, I'm gonna go up those stairs. That's the zone I spend the least amount of time in. Hallowfall's great, but I surprisingly really like Ashgahet as well. Alt, I see quests showing that my warband has completed it. Does that mean there's a way to avoid those ones? I mean, you could like, at the risk of sounding crude, you could not do them. you could say, oh hey, I've done this already. I'm not gonna worry about it this time. But I don't think there's like a way to hide it necessarily. So it'll just keep showing up. I want this way. There we go. That's kind of what I mean. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that they keep showing up. What do you mean? I walked.
If that is all.
I walked here. I'm looking it up. Cinder Root. Did I take too long? Did I accidentally mount up? You have to go through a gauntlet of NPCs who will confiscate your Cinder Brew if caught. Oh. Oh. Oh, I did not see that. I was not paying attention. I'm sure somebody confiscated it immediately. All right, we're caught up. We're with it. At first I'm just like, where you want me to go? I don't know. I don't remember. Love the mog. What helmet are you wearing? This is the Devotee's Discarded Headdress from Nerebar Palace. Oh, careful. I think it's a lookalike of the Warlock tier helm. I haven't even mogged it. That's what it looks like. That's the piece of gear that I'm wearing. I like it so much that I've left it as is. Alright. Speaking of transmog, the rest of this set is not quite correct. That's what I was wearing.
Have you met your quota?
So not that devoted? Oh. Because they've discarded it. Yeah. What if they were so devoted that they discarded it for something that better encapsulates their devotion?
Painful. Not a memory I'm going to keep.
Sad that the purple color of the preset is the mythic one, but it gives me something to do in 2030. I was gonna joke that I was gonna spend 2030 running away from volcanoes and lava monsters, but 2030 is only 6 years away. It's not that crazy far into the future. Yeah, that is true. Some devotions want you to discard things.
Appreciation offered.
The thing that feels really satisfying about doing this to me right now is the idea that I can do it once and it'll be like done. It's not something that's going to need upkeep. It doesn't need to be done repeatedly. There's no maintenance on it. It's just kind of like a do the side quest and then you have the achievement. And then my main, at least, for the rest of the expansion, won't see those quests walking by them. It should make it easier for me to figure out what's new whenever they do add new stuff. Next year, when you're we are a quarter of the way through the 21st century, and I can't process that information. And you can hide the quest in alts. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alts.
Painful. Not a memory
Would it be
I'm going to keep.
harmful to my brand if I didn't play alts this expansion? What if I just play my gnome the entire time? I could be one of those people that has an identity. You'd be like, oh, hey, look, it's Hazel. Back at it on the Gnome Shadow Priest again. I'm sure I could find enough stuff to do, right? You know, between pets and mounts and toys and transmog and being able to collect a lot of transmog just on the one character. Obviously, Gnome's not ideal for running for transmog, but, like, you know, it's a main. Nothing wrong with that. Lots of people do that. Lots of people do that. It would be out of left field for me, but that's why we have the extra fields. Or something. More than enough stuff to do things. Maybe you don't need to play another class. Maybe you want to later. We will see. Yeah, right now I'm still feeling like I haven't even begun to delve, pun intended, the depths of this class. I might get the hunter itch. Sometimes I do get hunter itches. Fleas, mainly.
Appreciation offered.
Blizzard's been really good giving the casual players some love lately. I just realized I white my face. Yeah, because I'm wearing eyeliner. I shouldn't be rubbing my eyes. Give myself a big old raccoon face. They're pacing content and Mega Main has plenty to do. I'm playing 2 classes right now. Ret Pally's fun, but holy cow, I love my warrior so much. Could level a gnome of every class and make a gnome army. I could. What if I am a gnome army? I'm an army of 1.
Appreciation.
So they wanted me to stand in geysers, which must be these guys. There we go. 1 of 8. All right. This might take a minute. I ought to have been doing this the whole time. Definitely need alts to keep me busy. All I'm doing is logging in to do weekly quests. Gonna get bored. Ready to start my second character, come to think of it. I suppose there might come a point where I've, like, done... If I feel like I'm done my... Oh no! My Mythic Plus season. I'm coming to them too late. No! I need to start. Need to get one early. Then perhaps there will be some more room for me to branch out into alts, but it might take me a while. This is definitely not like the Dragonflight seasons where I was done with the Mythic Plus season like 2 weeks after it started. Quite a few Dragonflight seasons were like that for me. The first week I would do the Fortified keys, the second week I would do the Tyrannical keys, and then I would be done. That would be it. There was really nothing more to it. I'm waiting for a new one. There we go. Wish I had more time to play. Alts are gathering dust, but might take a few out to level time walking. All of the things that you stumbled upon, I did as well. Wonder if that says more about the design or the players. I still feel motivated to do a lot on your main even after finishing raid. That's true. Professions in collecting. You're just gathering. Just pick flowers. I feel like if I ever have the urge to gather, now is the time to indulge that urge, because now is when that profit is going to be actually juicy. This is the good time. You can do it all on Inksy. As long as we have fashionable things to wear. Okay. Achievements that are definitely new. And not just repeatedly popping up. Fly around in here, pick flowers, mine ore. Some decent reputation. Alright, so that did give me... Oh, big candle available. I might re-log. Let's go back to town. Let's get our big candle. And then I'm gonna get to the bottom of what's going on with this achievement and if there's anything else that I can do.
Don't ask where I got it.
Take big candle.
Bring back more shiny.
What is a big candle? Oh, it's 500 gold. Big candle, big price.
I find
And a
what's
coffer
not
key.
real.
Thank you very much. Well. I don't remember getting 13,000 resonance crystals, but I must have done.
Someone
A
picky.
surprising amount of gold on ore so far. Usually it's herbs that are big market. Surprised the prices have stayed so high. So let's go into the inn. And let's actually log out. And while I'm logged out, I'm gonna wow head to see if there's any pertinent information lurking on here. This is the thing. If missing, oh here we go, because this is the one that I'm stuck on. If missing, rampage at the mine progress. Check the glittering shard quest. Quest item drops from the Earth Gruffer Rift Collar. I must, because it's entirely possible that I deleted the like I had a quest item that I just deleted. That sounds very much like me. So let's log back in and take a look. This is why we check. That's what if that's true? What if they added the bomb veins just to kill bots? Gather bots. If I do this, I'll be done 2 of the 4 Sojourner achievements. But I'll have like a lot of ground left to make up on the back too, because I didn't do very many side quests in the back half of this expansion. So I'm gonna head up to like here. And I'm gonna go kill an elite and see. You want to know how much HPS the DKs in Race to World First do in Ovanax? Oh man, I bet it's gross. Is it over a mil? Tell me it's not over a mil. Is it? How much? I do want to know. Lyra Cupcake, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Cave entrance. 55,12. Oh yeah, I've been stuck on this before. The big cave entrance, okay. It's well over 1 million. 1.5? Oh my god. My goodness. Goodness grief. Golly gee. Would love the higher prices if people would stop undercutting crafted consumables to be a lost crap. Yeah. People may have those knowledge points to make them profitable, or like with spillover maybe, but maybe they're just losing gold. Sometimes people will craft things to level a profession and then sell the things at a loss just to recoup some of their investment. I certainly did that for a bit. It's a lot of HPS. It's so much. The Holy Priest is 1.8. That's pretty cooking. My very, very best, and I was trying last night. Pardon me. My very best HPS I could pull on Heroic Ovanax was 1.36 mil HPS. And that was like sweaty, experimenting with talents, experimenting with like timing and where to place everything. And with lots of things to, lots of people to heal. Very special boss so far. Someone killed it, right? Like it went down. I think I heard somebody say it went down last night. Look, killed it? Cool. So I haven't done it myself, Canadian Heavy, but I've heard secondhand that the time walking quest can be completed on lots of characters. So you could totally abuse it to get tons of time walking badges by doing it once in each alt and then transferring it all to one character. Don't see any reason why not. I thought that would work. I wonder if I stuck something in my bank. There's really no point in me killing this again, but... I'm gonna take a look just in case. Echoes at 3%? I think that was the point of adding the warband transfer. I made 26 alts remix time walking, all sitting at 70. You could get a ton of time walking badges. Plus wants to make them more accessible, or they forgot to make it one time. I think I'm team they forgot, because in most other cases, they've gone and they've fixed that. They've accounted for that, basically. But who knows? Maybe they're fine to let people grind out as many as they want. Okay, so I was coming here to check my bank to see if I stuck a quest item in there. Sounds like something I would maybe do.
I have calibrated my prices to be
Glittering
reasonable.
shard. No. Alright. Next order of business is to check to see if I've already run this quest with a script. False. I have not completed this quest.
Thanks for your patronage.
Okay. Let's go up the list. I've got a... It says I've done all of this. I haven't. Hang on. These are the wrong quests. These are the wrong quests! BTW quests, you've messed up. It's the Nibblegauss refinery, muddled mind in the mine, rampage in the refinery. These are not the right quests. That's why it thinks I've done them, is it's looking at the wrong thing. Okay, good to know. Maybe I have not yet done this quest line. Let's head down. I'll go find the actual starting point I was relying on an add-on, which is up in that same area, and we'll try it again. Let's go take the elevator. Here I was thinking I'd already done it. I was looking at the wrong thing. Here we go. I love this elevator. I use it exclusively. I don't fly down the coreway at all. It's almost a shame because the coreway is so pretty. But it's faster. Alrighty. So we're gonna go poke around up in that general quadrant and see if we can find the starting point. TIL, there's an elevator there. I believe it needs to be unlocked at least once on your account by doing a little quest line that starts in the Ringing Deeps to fix it. I think. But once you've done it once in your account, I think your whole characters can use it. I think. Sup? Hello. How are you doing? Time walking in all those remix alts you don't know how to play. Let's go. Alright. Here, quest givers. Yeah, there we are. We found it. We're here.
More work.
I ought to read. Rescue refinery workers. Elementals have overrun the mine. I'm especially worried about my fused. His memory's not the best. If you're a friend, rescue him and the refinery workers. Take this healing clay. Okay. Are you doing all the quests in the expansion? I'm aiming to, yeah. At least all of the ones that are counted in the Sojourner achievements. And I've done the regular Lowmaster achievement for it. Those accursed slag keep elementals are keeping my refinery workers from being able to do their jobs. Get to work. You bitch.
Go wherever you please, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But this is also kind of a nice way for me to catch up on rep a little bit. Yeah, dialogue UI. I do not have the Belladar mount. I haven't really begun farming it. I haven't made a point to camp it out. Ninth kill for me? Oh, nice! Congratulations! Assuming that you got it on the 9th kill and you're not just on kill number 9. Why didn't no one tell me Rogue was so fun? I'm gonna send out postcards. Attention. People of Azeroth. Have you tried Rogue? It's quite fun. I feel like I've been missing out. It's not a class that I spend a lot of time on myself, but the people I know that play Rogue tend to continue to play Rogue. There's a lot of class loyalty there, I think. I don't do add-ons, but that's one I have to have. I don't have a link to it in the spreadsheet just yet, but it's called Dialogue UI. Rogue might be literally my least played class of them all. My max level is like 30. I think my child logic is that why play sneaky class when can punch in face? You know, why would I want to stealth when I can just murder? All the other classes do just fine, walking right up and socking them. Right? This is a good way to go through life as well. Stealth was more OP in the open world before we could fly everywhere all the time. Rogues do punch incredibly well. I like it when you get your slice and dice up and you just go chop 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 chop. Like a line cook. So anyway, I started blasting. I feel like I've spoiled the end of this quest line by going into that cave to try to pick up a quest that I wasn't on yet. Do more. Well, I don't have to, but I would like to, over the weekend, do more keys. Even if it's just off stream. Kind of get my groove back a little bit. Maybe fill out some more vault options. Try and get some good gear. Maybe one day I'll finally suck it up and craft something. I'm gonna get another spark at some point. I haven't really been paying attention to my sparks. I think they must be in my bank.
Keep busy.
Only done a few this week so far, but I want more. I think I'll feel better once I kind of know my way around them again. I'm always happier once I know a little bit about what I'm doing and where I'm going and what's kind of expected of me and what it's going to look like. So I'll be a lot more into it after the first week when I've kind of done everything once. Because right now, especially with the new dungeons, I am
Is there a problem?
making it up as I go along.
Always another task. The gears turn once more.
I'm a chef. Rogue slice and dice is more fun. A little anxious about a few for getting the roots right. Cough. Siege. No matter what the route is, I'm sure I'm going to find a way to pull some extra. The quest screen add-on is called Dialogue UI. I only just picked it up today. Dialogue UI. How many of these can I handle? Lots? Lots. I peer pressure by chat. Hey. What's chat for? It's not like I have stunning ideas for original content that it's getting in the way of. JKFX, thank you for the 30-month resub. Appreciate having you around. What made you download the add-on? Thought you weren't much for reading quests. I figured I would give it a try today just because I'm doing them anyways. Might give them a little skim. And then when the topic came up, it was suggested a couple times, so I was initially resistant and then changed my mind, as people do. Any idea why? Thank you for giving out some gift subs. Get your pet while it's up. Oh, I bet you were so close. And your family wants to celebrate your birthday. Of course they do. Too introverted for this. You need to map out little places to hide to take breaks and just like schedule them in, you know, little decompress windows. Alright, I shall see people for X amount of time, and then I shall disappear for X amount of time, and then I shall be back. When I was a kid, I used to like sneak away and take really long bathroom breaks, not to use it or anything, but just to sit on the floor and like have a little space. Might help you be birthday cake, right? Or you could go the rom-com movie route and hire an actor to be you. Find someone that looks like kind of sort of close. And then, you know, assuming you haven't seen these people in a little bit, have them do it. Past 11, can talk about food now. I have the best pizza ever. Salami, bacon, and pepperoni. I turn in the shower sometime just to hear the sound. Oh. Oh yeah. I can do one. Maybe two. What is my key? Alright, I gotta finish this quest line because I am gonna do a key, maybe two. Get a couple on the board here. As soon as I agreed to do a key, I like started clenching. Just in general. Relax. It's a video game. You know how to play it. Everything's fine. You can heal the keys. No clench. Oh no! I've been outed. Keys are so much more stressful now that I can just do a delve instead. I'm just like rusty. I haven't done many keys since like I don't know. It's been a long time. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Destroy rift source. Oh yeah, that's right. How you finding delves? Still not on board. Feels like I have to do them for vault, but they're so monotonous. I'm still kind of bored on them, but they're more fun with Flappy. So I recommend with a friend if you have one. But yeah, I'm sure I'll warm up more. I warmed up from a 2 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10 on them, I think is where I'm at now. Good day, Lunch. Good day, little hun bun. How are you doing today? Oh no, you didn't have to abort your delve. I will for sure do keys though. Alright, I think I'm almost done this quest line. Lovely, how are you? Are you renting Flappy out? I am doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling reasonably noodly today. That's a way to feel. I had a kind of not rough. It was fine. I'm very privileged and lucky to have the time and resources to go to a yoga class early in the morning. It was not my best practice. I'm sure not all of them are going to be. Oh, it was hard. I was making easy mistakes too because I was trying so hard to just like just to do the regular practice, and I was struggling so much that I started just doing silly things to try to like force it, which is not ideal, but like, you know, I've gone all the way out there. I want to do it properly, and you have to keep breathing, and it's just hard. I did my best. Love yoga. It makes me feel so good. And then we're turning it in over here. Managed to get my brain up to level 20. Find it's a lot better now that he can actually heal. Yeah, my brand's not wildly useful yet, but that's the thing about doing it with a friend is if they have a better brand, you can use their brand. Did we do it? Did I get an achievement? Where's my achievement? I got the achievement. I didn't see it pop up though, but I have it. As of September the 20th, which is today, I do have it. So there we go. Woo! Job done. Wahoo! I have a curio that makes him toss extra healed. Normal draft, always want to do your best. Best can vary from day to day. Yeah. I don't want to feel like I'm going backwards, but I know that I'm going to have days that it doesn't feel as good as other days, and the important thing is that I'm just showing up and trying. I can't decide if I need to be going more days. I was trying to practice at home yesterday. I'm trying to do yoga. Now that Moose and Kira both have access to the entire place, is like the cat's walking over the mat and then like sitting on it while you're trying to like lower down. And then Moose was just like licking my face aggressively. Or like jumping on the mat, or like I was trying to do a balance. I was trying to do a thing where you're staying on one foot and you're trying to balance, and he was like bumping me, like trying to knock me over. And I'm trying to like train him, let me like, lay down over here, lay down over here. I'm trying to get him to like lay down and just watch. And he's kind of sort of getting there, but it's just going to take time, and it's so much easier to practice at the studio right now. Do you want to go more often, or do you feel like you should? I feel like I might get more out of it if I go more often, I think is where I'm at right now. City of Thread, Stone Vault, or Grim Buttle. Preference, none of us seems to care. Or a Siege 4. Anything but Grim. Just because I already have one for the week. It's the only key I've actually done so far. I don't want to do the same one back to back. I want to do something different. I just made a big show out of trying to clean my glasses on my shirt. I did a terrible job. I have glasses cleaner right here. Do it properly. And also, no. Finish cleaning your glasses, then check your spec. Doing yoga with pets is so chaotic. And I think I can train Moose to like lay down and watch, but Kira's gonna do whatever she wants, and I'm gonna let her do whatever she wants. So I think it's always gonna be a little bit. Yeah, that was the way it was written in my party chat. Rewatching your old VODs from Shadowlands? How time flies. Sure. Starrydale, thank you very much for the brand new soap. Appreciate it. Wait. Sometimes I get perma stream smile on where I'm just smiling by default because I don't want to, because I know people might be able to see me, and because I'm nervous. And I need to relax my face. Embrace the resting grump face. Thanks for the gift, sub. Stone Vault. Oh, I'm actually really close to Stone Vault. That works. I am right here already. Let's see. We want to be in Dungeon Healing spec. Echo killed Brood Twister. Nice. Congratulations to them. That's exciting. I'm gonna use a flask and a mana oil. I know. Craziness. And then maybe like a food. I should do perma food. I should do the thing. Actually, I can do the thing. I can totally afford to as well. Where I combine it so it doesn't fall off if I die, because I might die. You never know. Let's get some Hardy Belladar's Bounty. Normally I like using a cooking toy, but just for now. Oh, it's only 5! I thought it was 10 for some reason. Maybe 10 is for feasts? Yeah, of course. Alright, hang on. Hardy Belladar's Bounty. As long as you don't overwrite. Yeah, that was a flash thing. I got rid of the cheap flasks because that was tragic. I only have the one kind of mana oil. At least you get 2 hours out of it for how expensive it is. Where's Sheepy? There's Sheepy. Yeah, hearty foods last through death. It's awesome. You can get hearty feasts as well. Oh, these fonts are more visible. That's kind of nice. Are you coming up here? We're gonna come sit in my lap. You gotta do it now. And then you gotta stay put and not walk on my keyboard because we're doing a key. Watch your head. Jump straight. Yeah, there you go. Hearty feasts are a game changer for prog rating. Make sure we get some. Oh, nice. We got the whole gang. We got some health stones. I probably have time for 1. Might be able to make room for 2. We'll see. Kitty, can we tuck in any more just for ergonomics sake? 2 warrior skills are smart. They're a package set. It's great. I'm gonna put it in my other earbud. To heck with it. Alright, pray for me. I don't know what I'm doing in here. I'm gonna do my best.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Buy 1 warrior, get the second free. At least half off.
And now you learn the true lesson of
Heal,
the
you should
void.
heal! Hey, at least I have 2 pieces.
So here we are.
It's better than I can say from last time.
Irish. Or is it just Irish now? He's fled from the Hall of Awakening into the Stone Vault. He's probably
Shockwave.
like a frightened mouse. We sleeked
Watch your step.
beastie.
fierce.
I
Oh,
simply
oh.
wish you had lasted a little longer.
Well, this isn't good. I
Watch
don't
your
have any way
step.
to break a fear like that. I wonder if I stood in it. I'm up. Perhaps I ought not to have used my soul stone there, but maybe I can save one speed here.
Watch your step.
Okay. Warm up. Warm it up.
Shockwave.
Oh, it's a hard cast. It just needs
Watch
to be
your
kicked
step.
Your
properly.
ascension is
The one thing that is both beautiful and awful about priest as opposed to like evoker
Shockwave.
is I can't really, I mean, I have fear and I have chastise, and sometimes those will work, but for the most part I can't really kick if I want to. Which means that you don't have to worry about trying to,
Shockwave.
which saves you some brain waves, but it does mean that if you were the last hope, then your hope's gone. Also, I wanted to mention, I was looking into the fear root break fade thing, and I couldn't find it. I don't know if it used to be a talent and it's not anymore, or if it's on, like it's part of the spell but it's not on the tooltip, or what. But I was like searching for it and I couldn't find it either. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it doesn't. I remember it did. There was definitely an era.
your
Maybe it's for Shadow, but not Holy. I don't know what's going on. But there was a time when I definitely root broke with Fade, but I don't think I can do it now. Or if I can, I don't know how.
Activating defense protocols.
Because I wasn't using it. It was just somebody telling me that I should.
Watch your step.
I was using Fade for damage reduction.
Offensive measures engaged.
Laser on you. Run.
Dominant intruder.
Because yeah, my gnome root break is super good. It's just a different thing. Yeah, that's escape artist. We love that.
Watch your step.
Activated. Offensive
Laser on you. Run.
dominant intruder identified.
AOE incoming.
I don't know if I'm doing my best healing. I'm a little distracted. Focus. Yeah, I thought I was using it for an affix, but maybe in Dragonflight. I am Oracle right now. My premonition button is my 3 key here.
Looks like the main door is locked. Either one of these paths should lead us to an access console.
your
AOE
ascension
incoming.
is complete.
And you were worried.
Watch
I don't
your-
even know if... Can Holy Priest take silence if they want to? Like, I know my spec doesn't...
Watch
I
your
should check before I say that. I think my spec doesn't have it. But I always associated that as the Shadow Priest thing. I didn't even know it was
Watch
an
your
option
move.
for Holy. Definitely not there. Is it in the utility side for Holy?
Watch your step.
I don't think I would change anything. I'm just really curious. Yeah, I think silence is a Shadow spec thing. And I don't think that, like, I'm happy to play a healer that doesn't have interrupts. It gives you one less job to
Watch
do.
your step.
Very different from being an evoker. I had so many stops as an evoker. It was great, and it was also a lot of work.
Watch your AOE incoming. Watch your
Your ascension
Watch your
is complete.
Not my finest work. Not my least fine work. It's in the middle. I guess I can have
A
details up
golem
there.
fused with scarred and corruption? Fascinating.
Watch your step. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
I have been playing Archon for raid though, and I've been really liking it. It's been very
Watch
good.
your step.
While being melee on Painsmith. Got ahead and nuking hands on the platforms.
Your ascension is complete.
I like the music. I will update my DBM voice pack at some point. I am chronically late, always with that. I never ever ever do it in a reasonable frame of time. I'm hoping it still functions, just missing new voice lines. That's usually the case. Is it usually continues to work in the interim? It just doesn't have anything new.
Back to central processing.
Your ascension is complete.
Oh, that was a terrible PI. I'm sorry. I wonder if I could scooch a little more wrist support.
Watch your step.
I need to be careful with my wrists. I get carried away sometimes. There's a yoga pose that's pretty early in, where you have your arms behind your back, which is fine. And the full posture is to have your hands, palms together behind your back in reverse prayer. And I can do that, but I think it's because I have somewhat hypermobile joints. It's not anything crazy, but they're a little bendier than they should be. So I have to be careful that I'm not doing any movements on them that aren't supported by muscle, because you can hurt yourself doing that. And I was doing the reverse prayer thing, and I don't think I should be yet. I think I need more shoulder flexibility before I try that. So I think I'm gonna lay off because my wrists are kind of sore, and I think I was like, you want to be working the flexibility, so you want to kind of take it to your edge, but I think I should maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll ask them.
Your ascension is complete.
Because that's something that's kind of normal for people to work towards a little later in. Did that yesterday, my whole arm is feeling it today. That one usually gets me really badly in my legs, like around my shins, especially my left leg. I know it's normal to have a dominant leg, but my left leg is an absolute diva. It's such a baby when it comes to doing anything. My left leg can do like 65% of what my right leg can do in terms of flexibility. It's just very, very tight. I think for years I must have been habitually leg crossing in one direction, and it's just completely unbalanced me. And now I'm working to like even it back out. But yeah, there's one side of that posture that looks completely different than my other side because I'm so unbalanced. I'm very lopsided. It'll get better eventually. I have noticed that since I started doing a regular yoga practice, I don't cross my legs at my desk anymore. And my knees have been a million times better off for it. I never used to be able to just sit, like, normal feet on the floor. Like, I always had to, like, twist or cross or, like, something. And I, since building my strength and flexibility, it's actually way more comfortable for me to sit like that. I used to think it was an anxiety thing. I didn't even think it might be a muscle thing, but I think I just had, like, weakness in some places and tightness in other places that just made it really natural for my legs to be all folded up, and it was hard for them to just rest in any kind of an unsquinched posture. But it's gotten a lot better.
Machine speakers.
Love you so much. You saved me in my raid runs. Nice. I'm glad this video's worked for you. We got one more in the works.
Intruders detected.
This fight.
Defense protocols
I
activated.
don't remember it, but we'll find out.
Watch your
I've been kind of splitting PI between our casters here so everybody can have some
run
fun.
to edge of
I don't know who should get it, but I'm trying not to pick any favorites. Oh, it's this fight! I always die to this fight! Yeah! Progress! That's the first time I've ever survived that
Watch your
on the first go-around in my life. Haha.
Your ascension
Oh, careful, danger.
is
Watch your step.
complete.
Watch your
I'm scared. Lots of things are going on, and I'm frightened. I don't know what's happening.
watch your step.
Just big, deadly-looking mechanics happening all around me. Oh dear. Watch out for bots.
Look for another minecart. If it's
Sitting
here,
like an army feels
you
strange.
might as well use it, unless you'd rather walk.
It was so I couldn't do it. Even if I like made myself do it, the second I wasn't thinking about it anymore, I would fold back up into a paperclip. Until I started yoga, basically. Are you getting up, kitty cat? Don't get me wrong, I'm still a mess, but like I had kind of thought that was something that couldn't be fixed. It's amazing the things that you can change that you thought you couldn't. Kind of encouraging. Paperclip sitting is the only way. The next thing is to fix the way I sleep. We call it reverse paperclip. It's not good. It's only going to cause me more pain as I get older. And the earlier you can work on it, the better off you'll be.
Your
It's hard, though.
ascension
Also, I might sneeze.
Shockwave.
is complete.
I don't want to sneeze. Uh oh. Darn it. Sometimes I can make them go away by just like jinxing them by acknowledging them verbally.
Shockwave.
There he is. Look at him. Beyond saving. That seems like poetic justice, but let's finish this.
Shockwave. Shockwave. Watch your step.
Change my sleep routine.
Shockwave.
Yeah. I've heard all about the lab. My trouble with sleeping sometimes, and it's gotten a lot better. It's actually night and day, ironic. Better than it was even 6 months
Your
ago.
ascension
Attack totem.
But it's that I know everything I need to do to get a really good sleep. It's not a mystery. I've done it and lived it and found it to be highly effective. It's just that sometimes I'm not willing to do it. Like sometimes if I really want to guarantee a good sleep at a given time, I need to be not on my computer. I need to be relaxing. I need to be in dim light. I need to be like maybe reading a book, or not reading in dim light, but you know, like reading or like crafting, or like having a quiet cup of tea and spending time with the pets, which is lovely. A great way to wind down for an hour before bed, gets me real nice and sleepy. It's good stuff. But sometimes nighttime is my only time to play games with my friends. And I don't really have in-person friends right now, so internet friends are all I got. Sometimes that's my only window for a social thing in a day. And I do sometimes play earlier in the day and then go to bed early. Especially if I know I have to get up at 5, but you know, sometimes we don't make the healthy choices because something else supersedes it, and that's not always a mistake. Like your curls? Oh, thanks.
Shockwave.
I got a new curl cream. I was in a Walmart and they had this stuff that I like to use. So I got a bottle of it. And the nice thing about my hair this short is I don't need very much product, so I feel like that bottle's gonna last me, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, a long time.
Shockwave.
Naturally game at night. No, it's not good for me, but it feels so right. And I know I stay up way later when I game too. Like I'll say, oh, I'm just gonna play for like 45 minutes and then I'll go to bed. Never happens. Completely untrue. I obviously lose track of time. And even when I do get ready for bed, I always underestimate how long it takes me to get ready for bed because bedtime takes a while. My own teeth are like a production. I have gingivitis and I have to clean my mouth very thoroughly before I go to bed. There's also skincare. I also will brush Kira's teeth every night. And then Moosey's teeth need brushing too. My partner and I take turns on that one. You gotta take Moose out for the night. That takes a while. That's a little bit of a project.
Safe now.
Oh, I thought that would work.
Shockwave.
Your ascension.
And, you know, all told, you're probably, from the time you start to the time you actually in bed, head hit pillow, it might be 45 minutes. So you need to start that early if you want to be in bed, like sleeping.
Dispel mist. Shockwave. Safe now.
I'm not complaining, by the way. I like the nighttime routine. It's really relaxing. My dog is an absolute champ about getting his teeth brushed. I quite like all of it, but it's just, I'm not very good at starting early enough to give myself enough time for sleep at night. 45 minutes. Why is it 3 a.m.?
Looking for someplace new to explore?
Chamomile tea. J-Sheps, thanks very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Safe now.
Tell me another story sometime.
What is it? It's a two-handed champion staff. Actually, I have one. Don't forget to loot. I have taken to not looting on purpose sometimes and getting stuff sent to my mail. What do you call the boss after Brood Twister? Hang on, let me look. Hello? Nothing, apparently. Oh, gotta pick a difficulty. Ah. After Brood Twister. I've been saying Kaiveza. I don't know if that's right. Nexus Princess. Kaiveza. Just call her Princess. Wondering if people say the name, the title, the whole thing, just princess. Yeah, I don't know if our raid says boss names very often. Yeah, I can do threads too. Where is threads? Must be in Spooky Spiderland. I figure even on it too, it's good for me to just kind of see the keys. I definitely didn't use my cooldowns as much as I could have done there. It was a fun fight for me for the entire raid. Oh, I think Silken Court's really fun. I think it's a very cool fight. I'm terrified to do it on heroic. I am not in a hurry to try to pull it on heroic, but on normal it was great. She reminds me of Raglan in a good way. Alright, my last key for a stream today. I'll learn something, maybe. Plus, you know, we got another half hour left on the food and stuff. What's for lunch? Wait, how? Oh no. I don't even see what happened. What is for lunch? I don't know. Breakfast was good. I suppose I have to eat. I have leftover curry that's in the freezer. It takes ages to reheat. That's like the one failing of not having a microwave, is that when you have like a frozen block of something like soup, you can reheat it on the stove, but it takes a while. And you have to kind of supervise it to make sure it's not burning. Oh, it's my key in it. It sure is. Okay. Am I happy with my buffs? Sure, yeah. There's the thingy. Wait for one speed.
And now
headcanon theory, but wow,
the
reads.
true
Second to last
lesson
boss,
of the
or the
void.
actual boss. Next to last makes sense. I like Penultimate, but that's only because I learned it in a Lemony Snicket book when I was a little kid. I got very attached to the word Penultimate. People do sometimes give you funny looks when you use it. It's not that they don't know what it means, it's just that they think you're being pretentious. Which is true. Guilty. Can't lie. I love me a good unnecessary word. Although I only like them when I know them. When other people use unnecessarily, you know, complicated words and I don't know them, then I'm like, keep it real. You know, I'm a big fat hypocrite. Best Valorstone farm. That's a great question. I've been getting a little bit of them from a lot of different places.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
I'm not sleepy. I do not want to take a nap.
Your ascension.
Shockwave.
I was gonna say I want to dig
It's
up a webcam to set up for streams so that I can show you guys how cute they're being, but no one's in that bed right now. They both left. I think I would need it to be something that I can just turn on and off with a hotkey, so I don't just have to have it on like an empty pet bed when they both wandered
Shockwave.
off. Oh, it's this dungeon. This is the one where like we're gouging eyes, right? Metaphorically speaking.
Fear not, citizens. We will show them unsurrendered.
This is the one that I was in on a Mythic Zero for like 45 minutes yesterday. Explodes on removal. Oh, I see. That's right. Well, you'd think I would have learned it from doing it yesterday.
Run out.
World souls are pretty good. Got 350 out of a 5 stack. When you say
Shockwave.
5 stack, do you mean like doing it with 5 players? Or is there like more tech there that I don't know about yet? I like that little indicator. I find that's useful.
Shockwave.
Your ascension is complete.
This boss was designed by a healer who was sick of having people move out of your healing circles.
Shockwave.
Headcanon. Pet theory. It's like every healer's fantasy of like, maybe all of you guys need to get in here. Just stay put.
Watch your feet. Shockwave. Run out. Shockwave.
On higher difficulties when that one shot, so I'm gonna have to really be on my toes. And you enter one echo 5 at a time. The rewards are the same, just times 5 saves the time. Oh, that's nice.
Ansurek has eyes everywhere. You'll need to blind them to meet the vizier.
Yeah, I stopped doing radiant echoes, so I'm probably sitting on a bunch of them. Probably? Because I did one and I was really bored. And then I never
Your
forgave them.
ascension
Watch your step.
is complete.
This game's got a pretty generous timer. We've got a half an hour left. Does that bode poorly? This is just a long dungeon.
Sparks has fallen.
Also, I don't know what the route is. I know there is one, I just don't know what it is. I am not helpful. Uh-huh.
Another spy has fallen. This cannot be.
Yeah, maybe I'll search for a group next time. For the Radiant Echo thing.
Your ascension is complete.
I need to read a WoW article or something about the Zaltap ethics. I only vaguely know what's going on. I mass dispel them sometimes. Might do me some good to do a little bit of research. I like that mount. That's cool. I think that must be the Belladar mount. We are down one tank warrior. I don't know how important. We made it work.
Much better. Come to me and I will help you as agreed. Your target is the Grand Splicer, Iso.
Is it a violin? I was gonna say the violin's so pretty.
Innovation meshed well with
It reminds me of
thirst for ascension. Stay
watching,
close
like,
and be quiet.
music school based animes when I was a teenager about extremely high strung type A violin students. AKA violin students. Pun intended.
The Transformatory was once the home of our sacred evolution. Iso has made a mockery of our traditions.
I don't think I ever played any string instrument aside from, I guess, a ukulele.
Dear Nizrek,
Like many 11-year-olds, there was a ukulele phase at
our
school.
queen will be so disappointed.
First, your little pets will die. Then we'll make you speak.
My turn.
Your ascension is complete.
AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Oh no, not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Messed up. Oh, I suppose it's fine. I wanted to use the red premonition. I like using it on prayer menu to get a ton of palms out. And X and VX just makes me wonder if they have like a third sibling. I don't know if they're siblings. If there's another one called RX that's like the prescription boss.
Lost in the dark.
The blizzard surges.
AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Oh, spicy, spicy. Side effects is T-Boss. There must be a fight or a boss or an NPC or something that does that. It's low-hanging fruit. Easy pickings. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach,
More to repay you,
etc.
but this is as far as I go. Our strands are strong. None will pass.
Oh, don't auto run into the trash. Oh man, I think it's the raid nights. My hands are feeling
Your
it.
ascension
I gotta take some gaming
is
time off.
complete.
Low hanging fruit, still fruit. It's the only kind of fruit I can reach. Metaphorically. I'm pretty handy with a ladder. I like my beetle. I like that the sound it makes when I mount up on it is like the same beetle sound that's been in the game since you were pulling dung beetles in Duratar and Classic. I don't think it's changed. Take you for picking any day. I would enjoy some recreational fruit picking. Assuming I get to keep some portion of fruit.
Your ascension
Pick up a pre-made pie shell on the way home, save some pastry time.
is complete.
Shockwave.
Oh, it's dead. I think that was a decent place for a cooldown, though. That was hard, tough mob. Spooky.
Overcrawlers. I've enough of you in my collection. Be gone.
Watch your step.
Crisp the other day with some picked apples. Oh, that sounds very nice. I haven't been baking them, but I've been starting to eat my way through the backlog of apples in my fridge because I cleaned out my fridge. I like went through the drawers and I took everything out of them and cleaned them and only replaced the things that were fit to eat so that I could kind of plan around the things that I actually had. And the survivors in the fruit and vegetable drawers were the carrots. I had like 10 pounds of carrots. And the apples last a very long time. So I've just been chopping them up and eating them on a plate with peanut butter. Baking them sounds pretty good though. Maybe in like a little dish. Doesn't have to be fancy.
You're interesting.
I don't really remember this deep in the dungeon. I must have done it, but I don't remember it at all.
All failure breeds success eventually. Wouldn't you agree? Let's see which of the two you are.
Help soak. Watch your step. Help soak.
Your ascension is complete.
I don't think we need to get those. I think it's gonna die. They do so much damage.
The pursuit of perfection can be messy, but worthwhile in the
Oh
end.
no. Not the apple tree growing in your belly.
Watch your step.
Someone plant me. There was like an old YouTube video that was like a red
Watch
like
your
music
step.
video. Something about belly buttons. I don't know. It was like an old-fashioned YouTube style like music skit. And at one point they had little trees in their belly buttons. To what end, I don't recall. I don't know if it was important. But that's what that makes me think of. It's just like a little sapling, straight out.
A reward. Witness the unparalleled wonder of transformation.
Whoa, spooky.
Your ascension is complete.
Run.
Nice.
You earned a
Great
place in my
percentage.
collection. Let me usher you in. Witness the glory of our ascension.
Watch all.
Consider the variables.
AOE incoming.
Make you
Run out.
break you beneath me.
AOE incoming. Stack.
Sage's wisdom is
Your ascension.
the strongest survive.
Watch all.
Consider the variables.
AOE incoming.
We do it. Woo. Nice.
Onsret will be absolutely furious when she
That's
learns
cool.
of Izo's demise. I cannot
I got a champion chess piece. People have champion chess pieces, generally speaking. And make sure I use the portal. Justice. This little kid, trees growing inside you from swallowed seeds, seemed like more of a threat than it is. I had heard the, I think, correct factoid that there is some amount of arsenic present in apple seeds, and I thought that if I, like, messed up and I didn't correctly, like, I thought it was, like, taking out pufferfish venom or something. I thought you had to be perfect. Or else. I thought that apple carving was incredibly dangerous and had lethal consequences. You must be very, very careful. I thought that's why we had to have such a specialized tool. We had like one of those pressed down apple slicers that would core and slice it into wedges in one move, except that it took so much force to press it down. It was way harder than just slicing the apple up with a knife. But it was supposed to, it was for that purpose only. It was supposed to save you all this time. I hated that thing, but I used it like it was the only option. I don't know why I didn't try to just do it normally until I was like 21. Teenage years lost. Alrighty, we did it. I had a great stream today. Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed our time. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. We can do a weekend stream. Maybe we'll do some gathering or something comfy, or maybe we'll do some more side questing. We'll see. Appreciate cyanide, not arsenic. Cyanide, that's what it was. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.